Seawolves, and welcome back to the show. My, what a day this has been. Long miles to arrive back here at this table. I think that the show is going to be probably a little bit late today. I guess by the time we're watching this, you'll know. I hope you have something delicious in your cup. I have some beautiful Earl Grey here on the end of the day. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Cheers, wolves. Yeah, so you saw Clarisse there kind of working, trying to sort of sort out the top of her mainsail. She was kind of complaining, you know, maybe over pushed some of the rig there a little bit, really trying to hold on to the earlier group when she was still with Boris and Justine, etc. And maybe over pushed the boat a little bit. I don't know if she actually managed to fix it now, but I just checked the tracker and she is kind of sailing in sync with Samantha Davis. They're both going like 7 to 9 knots. So it looks like they're comparable, so hopefully she's fixed it. But anyway, that was the last video update as of arriving here just now. Sam also updating us.
Hello, how's it going? We're in the Western Hemisphere, you can see that. We're just crossing international date line, so it's the 17th of December again. Had a pretty windy night, had 40-50 knots all night long. It was sustained 45 with gusts at 50 for a few hours, so yeah, it's a bit exciting. Not ideal sleeping conditions, as you can imagine, but happy that it all went fairly well. No damage anyway, nothing I found yet anyway. The sails are still in good shape, and we're now back into J2 and 2 reefs, so a bit more sail area up, and the wind's dropping quite quickly actually. So yeah, not an easy night, but really happy it's behind me, and really happy to be in the Western Hemisphere. Feels like we're really on the stretch home now. It's only 11,000 miles to go. Anyway, we're downhill. So yeah, there you go. From we're 56 south, so it's going to be a bit chilly as well. And I'm just on the edge of going to the next sail up. All good here. See ya.
Yeah, and of course the big news. Well, you know, Sebastien Simon also taking the lead.
Tête du Vendéglobe, à bord de groupe du Boris. Woo!
Number 1 position today, although just as I sat down, I see that Charlie Dalin has overtaken him again. And it's basically what I said 3 days ago when Yoann first took the lead from Charlie, that, you know, as long as they manage to stay very close to each other in the same weather system, it kind of is to be expected that they'll probably exchange the lead still a few times more.
Et regardez qui est là. Yoann Richome himself. Marqué à ma prank.
And that is an interesting dynamic in a way, that they'll keep sort of, you know, strategically positioning themselves, trying to, you know, kind of get the best line, let's say, through the wind that's like quite close to them, really working with, you know, like also visually just their eyes, clouds, this type of things, all in hopes of eventually, you know, finding a spot where maybe there's some kind of split option again, or there's some system where one of them can stay just a little bit longer in it before they all drop out than the rest. And those are going to be kind of the opportunities. Like if any of them can really run away still a little bit, like what Charlie did before Cape Horn, I would be pretty surprised. Like them being so close, I think that it's a bit like in you know, biking, like the Tour de France, that like once you're with that winning group, it's just very hard to kind of break away. In the beginning, that's a little bit more easy, but you see that with the different zones where the fleet just tends to compress again. Yeah, once you're in a situation like this, it can be really hard, or you gotta get like really lucky with the wind, maybe like a system in the night when the visibility isn't so good. Like there are some opportunities, but neither of them is going to have an easy time. And of course, as soon as one of them sees the other one go away, they're going to put everything they have to make sure that that doesn't happen. So that complicates things, of course, a little bit more. Okay, well, let's just jump into the technical analysis, I guess, here.
On vient d'empanner.
So we have the two gents in the front. You cannot even see where Yoann is because he's literally like right on top of Charlie. So they're very, very close. Then behind we see that Jeremy Bijou and Nicholas Lundven kind of locked together in the front of the group into to a nice little battle. And I see that Boris over the last 24 hours did manage to hold on to his 9th place.
Little birds, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of light is out. Pretty big waves here. Always hard to see on a camera, but steep for sure. So I'm in the process of reorganizing the boat for proper downwind sailing. So the sails go in the back. The stack is already half ballasted in, the foil is down a bit. We have more keel cant. We are day 3 instead of storm jib. And the next thing is going to be a reef out, and then the day 1 tide, the jib top. This is all going to happen today, while the wind is ebbing off, and we see about the sea state how fast it lets us go. And I enjoy these little moments outside. I don't know if you see on the video these little birds. I don't know what kind of species it is, I would love to know. I've seen one big albatross earlier. Beautiful. So have a good Wednesday. Cheers.
Having surpassed Sam yesterday, but it seems that he wasn't able, like I kind of expected him to also overtake Pomelat, but I guess so far he hasn't been able to do that. And Justine also, you know, nicely flying with this group here, so they're a little bit more spread out. But I would say that Boris in the best wind of them all. I think he's also the fastest. Yeah, he's doing 22 knots while the rest is doing like 19. So if you can keep this up for a few more hours, let's see, shall we just for fun see what the actual routages predict if we go into the future, into Boris's future, the future of the Herminator. Let's see what the prediction says. Well, gonna get close. Gonna get close. It's predicting some good number of jibes, it looks like, in the next 32 hours or so. So it's gonna be interesting. But it shows him keeping pretty much neck and neck. It shows him here a little bit in front. So who knows? Do you believe the prediction or do you believe yourself? We'll see. Okay, so that's kind of that middle group. Then we have, like I said, Samantha Davis and Clarisse Cremer.
I wanted to take a little globe with me so that I can plot where I'm going. It's really nice to see on a projection, a round projection rather than on a computer screen. So you can see the route that I've taken down the Atlantic, round under Cape of Good Hope, and then going round the Southern Ocean to Australia, Tasmania, and we're right there in between Tasmania and New Zealand right now. And it's really cool, this vision, because you can see how we're going round the Antarctic, and right now we can see that we're really right opposite where we started, right on the other side of the world. It's a little bit bigger than I hoped, my globe.
They both look, if I switch to the other track here, we have a little bit more info on speed and stuff, more easily available. Yeah, so they're doing similar speed, similar angle. They're in very low wind, so a little bit stuck also, but yeah, I guess at least it gives Clarisse the opportunity to get all the problems sorted out, hopefully. Then we have Benjamin de Tro sailing along nicely, Roman Atanasio, same thing. Damien Seguin, like I said earlier, he's doing 20 knots also now. So he managed to fix all his issues too. So I guess he's like fully in the competition again. Then we have here Pip Hare. Last I heard, she's going to Australia. So not Tasmania. I don't know exactly which marina yet or anything like that. If I get an update, I will let you know. And then we have here Isabel Joschke now firmly in the lead, kind of in the middle group. Jean Lecam in second and El Aurora behind there. So Jean, the one non-foiler in this little wolf pack of 4, still making it very hard for the rest of the boats around him. And interesting also to see that Giancarlo is doing 25 knots right now, while Jean is doing 20. And Ellen Aurora also a little bit faster, so well, who knows. So far at least he's definitely not giving up any miles easily at any rate. Then we have Conrad here, also doing nice speeds, 18.6, sailing nicely together with Eric Bellon and Arnaud Boiseries. Fun also for those guys that Arnaud is also in a pretty good foiling boat. So it's nice to see also, must be a good feeling for Conrad that him coming from, you know, all the way behind at some point, he's definitely through all the trials and tribulations made up some ground. Like 28th position is actually really good considering kind of where he came from a while back. And then we see basically, so the rest here, like then the distances just become very big and very spread out. Jean Jinju now very isolated near the ice gate, chose to go very much to the south, I guess in hopes probably to kind of avoid this strong stuff here. He is doing a nice speed, 25 knots in a good sort of safe amount of wind, 60 knots also, but seems a bit cornered in there. And I guess that's actually already the end of the fleet here with Dennis van Wijnbergen here, now that of course we lost Szabo, and I heard he also arrived in Kaapstad okay. So yeah, not really that much other like crazy damages or anything like that. So in that sense, a good day, everybody racing fast, and I'm very curious to see what the next 24 hours will bring. Maybe for Boris, maybe 8th position for Boris. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Okay guys, thank you again for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I guess enjoy your evening, and see you in 24 hours. Ciao, ciao wolves!